Let it kill you. I have many books. Also, I need to like check if it's recorded. So I have 3 libraries. Go, return the books at your own time, and they just don't keep track of it. I'm going to trick my brain into thinking that I have options. We are from May, read 0 books out of it. 0 books. एक बुक पढ़ी होगी उसमें से मैंने, कोई और बुक नहीं पढ़ी. Let it kill you. Very impromptu, very on the spot video. Not a single serious moment about. I need to be serious. Surya. Remove all of that. Did not say any word correctly. We have our Janu Arundhati Roy's book, Capitalism. Stop. I'm like, oh my god, I gave you my time. Give me something in return. The person is like, ma'am, aapne 15 books कराई नहीं है पहले से ही. And I'm like, that's all I know, and that's all I want to know. Lord, for I've sinned. Let it kill you. Not very happy with the background, even now, but it's okay. It's okay. It looks pretty organized. Anyways, so this video is going to be a very cozy me talking about. Okay, no, that's not. I'm not going to use any of it. Okay, so I have a problem which. Okay, I need to sit like this. So I have a problem which is the reason. I think maybe I should move towards like. So today's video is dedicated to a problem that I have, which is, so you can see all my pimples. I'm gonna move back. Which is that anytime I go somewhere, even if to live in any relative's house, I take 50,000 books with me. I had no idea this is that. Okay. Yeah, so I take 50,000 books with me, and the same thing happened when I came here as a tourist, that I took too many books from the library, and now I need to return them and probably cry. But I also bought a lot of books, and yeah, I need to make organized piles of books that are from one library and the second library, and also the books that I got from thrift store or any other bookstore, and just organize them. And I love those organizing videos where people are reorganizing their closets or bookshelves, not closets. Why would I say closets? Bookshelves. And I wash them. And I'm making this video for future me, that I can watch this sometime in the future when I want to. And another thing that happens when I reorganize my bookshelves is that I get to know about the books that are neglected or I forget about them. So yeah, I'm gonna talk about them. I do need to talk a little loudly because I have a fan here, but I am trusting this mic that it will catch my voice even if I talk a little slow and low volume. So I have not helped myself at all before starting this video. This is a very impromptu, very on the spot video. I wanted to get this done. So this is sort of me not procrastinating with the organizing thing. I have less than 3 weeks left. So I leave for Pakistan in less than 3 weeks, and I have to do all of this. I have to do all of this before it's too late. So yeah, this video is going to help me do that, and I will also have another video to upload. So two things. I do have the stand, so I'm gonna put my mic there and then hope that it catches all my sounds. Let's do this. Hello. I hope you can hear me. Okay, so I have not counted, but let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47. I have 57 books that I need to organize. So let's do that. I need to decide which books I'm going to keep in my June read, because it's the second week of June and I don't have a specific list of books that I'm reading or any TBR for it. The reason is I had a very specific TBR from May, read 0 books out of it. 0 books. एक बुक पढ़ी होगी उसमें से मैंने, कोई और बुक नहीं पढ़ी, बिकॉज एनी टाइम आई डिसाइड ऑन समथिंग आई डोंट डू इट. इट्स लाइक अब मुझे ये करना है तो मैं नहीं करूँगी, लेकिन अगर मैं खुद से ही कर रही हूँ तो फिर कोई मसला नहीं है. तो आई एम गोइंग टू ट्रिक माई ब्रेन इनटू थिंकिंग दैट आई हैव ऑप्शंस. सो आई एम गोइंग टू कीप मे बी 10 books, 5 10 books. 5 तो नहीं, by 5 is too low a number, but 10 books that I desperately want to read that I cannot find in Pakistan, that are either expensive or rare, or just banned in Pakistan. Some books are. So I'm gonna just read them in the coming weeks. And yeah, so we're gonna start with this book. Let's start with this pile, because this is mostly the books that I have either read or I cannot read, or I don't want to read that bad. The first book is Love and Shame and Love. I got this book from a university library, and the thing is, they have honor system, which was so new to me. Like, you can get books, go return the books at your own time, and they just don't keep track of it. Also, I don't think I'm in the center. Let me just move a little. Now I'm in the center. So yeah, so what is this book about? I remember picking this up and thinking I will read this as soon as I reach home. Didn't do that. I remember this was about a son talking about his father and the father-son love relationship. I think I'll read the blurb, so I have an idea what I'm giving up on. So Alex Popper cannot stop remembering. When he was 4, his father tossed him into the Lake Michigan, telling him to sink or swim. In his mind, he's still bobbing in that frigid November water. Covering 4 generations of the unforgettable Popper family, Peter Orner illuminates the countless ways that love both makes us whole and completely unravels us. So, right, like, you would want to read this. Also, every time I read still on camera, even though it has been like 4 or 5 videos, I get so flustered. And I fumble on my words and I mispronounce things. So just forgive me if I mispronounce something. Like, I'm just a girl. I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone. So like, just forget that. But yeah, this is book number 1. I will pass on this. So this is going into the pile of the books that I'm going to return. But I'm gonna make 2. Because this is from another library, and I have another one which is from. So I have 3 libraries. So this is library number 1. This is going into that. Very sad. I'm gonna, with a heavy heart, I'm gonna give this up. Okay. Then I got The Mothers, by Britt Bennett, and I read Vanishing Half, and then I stopped reading that. That was also a library book. I love reading library books. I feel like you don't need to buy all the books. Plus, my home library is just overflowing with books at this point. I have too many books, and I was like, okay, if I have library books, I can just return them. But the problem was, I would always get 15-16 books at the same time from the library, and I went to return a book. No, I went to issue another book, and the librarian was like, ma'am, you already have too many books. Also, I need to like check if it's recording or not, because I feel like it's okay. So luckily it is recording my voice. Okay. And the person is like, ma'am, aapne 15 books कराई नहीं है पहले से ही. And I'm like, हैं? Because मुझे लगा मैंने सिर्फ 5-6 books ली होंगी. So I love to buy books and read them. So sometimes my budget does not allow me to keep buying books. So then I go to the library and I get books issued, and that gives me the same level of like high as buying books. So that's why I have a lot of books from the library. And I am your local nemesis when it comes to returning library books, because I am very nice to librarians and I keep extending my deadline for returning the book. So if you ever have a book that you want and I've issued it, just pray that I return it and read it. Yeah, because I'm gonna take some time to return it, because I have so many books, too many books. I love this. I love my life. The Mothers by Britt Bennett. Just Bennett. I don't know why I do this. I put an S at the end of the surname of authors. I don't know why I do this. It's because in my head I'm gonna say Britt Bennett's The Mothers. Makes no sense. There's a lot of blabbering in this video. Forgive me. Forgive me, Lord, for I've sinned. This is my own book, so I'm gonna probably read this. I also need to see if I can take it with me in my luggage or not, because I have a lot of space. When I came to the US of A, I did not pack a lot. I was like, I'm gonna go and buy stuff. Did not buy anything, but the thing is that I was scared that my luggage is gonna be, so each suitcase needs to be 20 kg, and I was like, maybe it's like if if my luggage is overweight, I would have to pay a lot of money, and I wanted to avoid that. That's why I didn't pack a lot of things. And when I go back, I might have things, but not a lot of clothes. So yeah, I think I will have space. But this is heavy. So we'll have to see. I'm gonna for now put it in the pile where these are my own books. So then A High Wind in Jamaica, Richard Hughes. And I also bought this from a thrift store. It was 50 cents. No, this one was free. I got this for free. And I read like maybe 2-3 pages of it. It looks very interesting. The writing is a little different than what I'm used to. Sounds very professional and very English literature reading assignment vibe. So yes, it's about kids on a pirate ship. That's all I know, and that's all I want to know. If I know anything more, I would probably not read it. So this is the second book. This is also going into the pile of books I own. Then I have Homegoing. Can you believe I got this for 50 cents? 50 cents. New book for 50 cents. No underlines, no annotations, nothing. Love this, love my life. Another book going into the pile of books that I own. So happy. Then I have The Years by Annie Ernaux, and I took a pause because I read 3 books by her this year, and I think I'm done. I'm sorry, but I am done reading about her life. It's okay. Her writing is okay. She got a Nobel Prize. I think she deserved it because of the bravery and the topics she chose to talk about. But as reading is my recreational activity, and if I'm taking out time from my job and work and readings and other study stuff, I think I've read Annie Ernaux for the rest of my life. So this book is going into the pile of books that I'm going to return. Then we have our Janu Arundhati Roy's book, Capitalism, a Ghost Story. I think I tried reading it, but I read like 36 pages. I've dog-eared it. First of all, sorry about that. I usually don't do it, but sometimes a girl makes mistakes, and that's okay. So yeah, I think there is another nonfiction by her in this pile somewhere, and I completed that. And then I was like, too much nonfiction for me this year. I have read 3 books. Last year I read 1 nonfiction, and that was about neuroscience. So still in my niche. All of this was getting too much for me. So we'll be returning this as well. Hopefully I will read it at some point in my life, but not in this month. Next is Origin Stories. I got this because it was in the new release books, and it sounded very interesting. What I remember about this is that it's about a girl who goes back to her hometown and her college, and she remembers all these things. And since I recently graduated, not recently, but I graduated in 2024, so it's been some time. And she visits us and she finds some very creepy things, and I was like, imagine if that happens with me. I go back to my undergrad university and I find out, oh my god, it's like there's some murder mystery going on. I can't pronounce my R's anymore. Things are happening. I'm growing old. It is. So, a woman living in solitude visits her college town to see if she still holds sway over the people she once loved. A babysitter takes her charge on a trip to discover the source of the growling she alone can hear. A writer realizes that her father's failure and sudden success has given her the material to create something of her own, if she is willing to risk the friendship to do so. And a couple moving restlessly across the map discovers a reason to stay. Origin Stories depicts the pull of new beginnings and the thrill and bewilderment of friendship and love. I think I'm gonna keep it in the pile of like maybe read. So, yeah, because this is very interesting and these are short stories. I could probably read one story and put it, away and then read some other book and then come back to it. And I like short story books if I have less time, because if I don't like a story, I don't feel that hurt because it was just 20, 30 pages long. But if I'm reading a book and it's like 200 pages, 300 pages long and I don't like it, then I'm a little pissed off. I'm like, oh my god, I gave you my time, give me something in return. So this is going into the maybe pile. Next is Mother Country. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the name of the author. And I think this was about a girl who gets adopted by a black girl who gets adopted by white women, and then her biological mother comes back and wants to talk to the daughter. That's what I remember. Let's see. In the cobblestone Medina of Morocco, I'm gonna just remove all of that. Did not say any word correctly. In the cobblestone Medina of Marrakech, Shannon finds a toddler whose face mirrors her own and makes the fateful decision to adopt the girl and raise her back home in Louisville, Kentucky. But the girl already has a mother, Surya. You know the meme reference? Good. An undocumented Mauritanian, I don't know how to pronounce that word, woman who was trafficked as a teen but managed to escape to Morocco to build another life, linked by the girl they both know as their daughter. Shannon and Surya move toward an inevitable. There is not a single serious bone about. I need to be serious because all the book reviewers or book people or literature girlies, they are serious, they are hot, serious, and they can pronounce words. This is the criteria. I don't fit in the criteria. At this point, this is just a humiliation practice. This is a humiliation ritual that I'm doing on the internet where I mispronounce words and I make fool of myself. But you know what? When I am 30 and famous, I will look back on these videos and say to myself, see, doesn't matter. Does not matter. English was never your first language and it's okay if you cannot pronounce words. I'm leaning and that's messing up my posture more than it should. I'm gonna sit like this. This is also going into the pile that I'm going to return. So library number 1. Then again, Annie Arnold, library number 2. Annie Arnold, library number 2, I think. I've read this, 1,000 Mornings. So I've talked about it in one of my review videos. Love Mary Oliver. Gonna return it now, sadly. A Girl's Story. I read this. This was about Annie's childhood, and I did not finish this. Going into the pile of the books that I'm going to return, sadly. I think this was about her mother. If it was, no. So this is about her own teenage years. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I like Annie's writing. It's just that I'm in pursuit of something more heavy. Like her books are heavy, but like I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to not offend people who like her. What am I doing? Why am I doing this? One day I want to be an author, and people are going to really drag me for saying these things, predicting future from the past and the present. Anyways, moving forward. We have Blue Pastures, Mary Oliver. I read like these are essays and poetry. I read like 2-3 essays from this. Yeah, I don't know if I want to read it this month. This month I'm feeling a little more literary. Like I want to read literary friction. I want to read literary friction. Wow. I want to read literary fiction this month more than anything. So this does not fit that criteria. Even if it does, I don't know. Literary fiction to me is like a book that has a lot of good writing, like good prose, and at the same time it has like some sort of plot, some sort of twist. Yeah, that's the vibe. Does not fit the vibe. Gonna return it. Then why I write, I have not finished this, and I started this in September 2025. Yeah, I cannot read nonfiction. It's just I read nonfiction for my research, which is like research papers. So when I'm reading something recreationally, I don't want to read nonfiction. But lately, I have been feeling very inadequate in my understanding and knowledge of the world. So I picked up, books related to astronomy, physics, and I get all these books, right? I'm like, I'm gonna be so smart. I'm gonna be so smart after reading this book. People are gonna be like, oh my god, do you know about this girl on the internet who is like so smart? Turns out you can't fake a personality. You are who you are, and I am a girl who reads fiction recreationally. She maybe reads nonfiction if it's good. Like, I have read nonfiction books. So yeah, I own this book. So this is going to the pile of the books that are gonna stay with me. Okay. I'm not adding it to the books that I'm going to read in June. So maybe I'll read it on my flight or in the airport somewhere. But we'll see. We'll see. If you love it, let it kill you. I started reading it, very very fast read. I might try to read this as going into the maybe pile, because it's very easy to read. I can read it before going to sleep. It's not very heavy. It talks about a family, and I like kind of like family dramas, and if something is happening, and it'll keep me hooked to the book. So what this book is about is that a writer is writing about her ex-husband, and no, wait, her husband is an author, and she gets to know that, or both of them are an author. She gets to know that her husband has written a book where she is the villain, I think. Let me just read. A novelist learns that an unflattering version of herself will appear prominently and soon in her ex-husband's debut. See, I was right. For a week, her life continues largely unaffected by the news. She cooks, runs, teaches, entertains, but the morning after baking mac and cheese from scratch for her nephew's 6th birthday, she wakes up changed. The contentment she's long enjoyed is gone. In its place, nothing. A remarkably ridiculous midlife crisis ensues, featuring a talking cat and a game called Dead Body. So the thing is, I stopped reading it because at some point the writing was very mid. I'm sorry, but yeah, the writing was very mid, and it's an interesting point of view where the protagonist was talking about how she feels about her husband writing about her, and that too ex-husband, and I think the ex-husband is now dating someone else or even married to someone else. I don't remember now. And then the family is kind of messed up in their own way, her own family, the girl's family, and they have their own problems, and they have this birthday party for the nephew where everyone is going to be, and that's the plot. That's the event that's going to happen in the novel. Might read this and tell you more about it. Going into the maybe pile. Then White Teeth by Zadie Smith. I was very excited to read this, but for now it's gonna be a no for me. I'm not gonna read it in June, so going into the maybe pile. No, going into the library 1 pile. I need to finish this. Catcher in the Rye. I need to finish this. Definitely going into the yes, read it pile. So right now I'm gonna get all the books that I will maybe read, I will maybe not read, and put them together, and then at the end I will go back and see what I want to read or not read. We'll see. The Epic of Gilgamesh. This is like the first story or fiction story that was ever written by humans. Everyone talks about it. I have not read it, and I wanted to read it, but I feel like I'm not gonna have time to read this, and it's also like a very heavy book because it's hardcover, and it's a short book, but it's very heavy in weight. And the reason I talk about books being heavy in all my videos is that most of the time when I have time to read, it's like I'm on the bus. I'm like sitting somewhere with friends or meeting friends, and then afterwards I might have time, so I'll put it in my bag. And now I have like girly bags. I do have backpack as well, but most of the time if I'm getting ready, I have girly clothes. I don't want to wear my backpack with it, and I don't want to carry heavy books with me outside of the house. And then in the house, I've been struggling because I keep distracting myself and not reading. I either think about baking because I've recently started baking, so I'm like, oh my god, sorry, oh my god, I have time. I will probably like make bread. I have been making bread and throwing it away, which is a waste of bread. Oh, anyways, so yeah, I'm like thinking about maybe like cleaning, cooking, distracting myself basically at home. So I don't read at home anymore. I read before bed, before going to bed, and that's like also a struggle because if the book is good, I can't fall asleep. If the book is bad, then I don't want to continue reading it. So yeah, this is going to the pile of the books that I will probably not read right now. I will read it at some point, but not right now. So library number 2. Oh, I got this, a personal matter from the thrift store, 50 cents. 50 cents. And I'm very excited to read this in July or August. So this is going into the pile of the books that I own, but I'm not going to read right now. Then I also found Moyuddin, I think. Daniel Moyuddin's book, In Other Rooms, Other Wonders. And I was very excited to see a Pakistani author in an American thrift store. I don't know why. It's like something about it. You know how like people are like, I saw this reel where someone was saying, oh, Pakistani people move abroad to go to Pakistani restaurants and find Pakistani masalas and all of that, and not come back to their country. I understand it now. I get it. And anyways, coming back to the book, this sounds very interesting, and I specifically got it because of the review that's on the front cover, which says probably the best fiction ever written in English about Pakistan and one of the best books to come out of South Asia in a very long time. And I was like, okay, I see you, Donald, I see you. I'm gonna read it, I'm gonna review it. So yeah, I'm gonna keep it in the pile of the books that I'm taking home with me. Next, I have The Boy Who Escaped Paradise. I was so excited to read this book, but unfortunately, it is a very long book. It's like 300 pages. So maybe I'll read it, maybe I won't. It's going into the maybe pile. I'm gonna do it quickly now because my sore throat is going to kill me otherwise. Malala Yousafzai, Finding My Way. Definitely going to read it in June. I think it's giving spring, it's giving summer. The cover, oh my god, beautiful. Also, she has all of her pictures inside. How pretty is that? Yeah, and her writing is just very easy to read, very easy to follow. She writes with a very unique, genuine, authentic personality, and I love that. She's very self-aware, guys. She's super self-aware. So yeah, I have read this much of it, and I'm gonna finish it in June. So maybe pile. Almost No Memory, Lydia Davis. I will not continue reading this. I read 75% of it, and then there was this story where she kills cats, where there's this jailer and he kills cats with the rifle in his hand, and he does not kill one cat, does not kill two cats, he kills cats and I don't think I'm gonna continue reading this. It kind of disturbed me emotionally, mentally, psychologically, every way. So this is going to the pile of the library 2 books. Now, I love Lydia Davis's The End of Story. I think that's the name, The End of the Story. You should definitely read this. Another book by her that I would suggest is her short story book, which was, it's green and white cover. That was also nice. This, why would you kill cats in your stories? There are so many other animals, so many. Kill humans. I will not even blink an eye. But cats, no. Owls and Other Fantasies, Mary Oliver. Not gonna read it because I've already read it. You thought I'm gonna say I don't like Mary Oliver? No, not here. See how as I'm like talking frequently makes me go a little cuckoo in my head and I start acting a little drunk. So I'm not gonna do that today. So Owls and Other Fantasies, Mary Oliver. I have read this, going into the pile of books that I'm going to return. Now, I also got books that were from my undergrad university's library, and the thing is, I have not finished them yet. This is one of the books, The Corpse Washer, and honestly, it's the best translated Arabic book that I've read, and the author translated it herself. So that tells you about it. But it is about an art student who goes into the family business, which is washing the corpse, and obviously he's an artist, so you get a point of view of what it looks like for an artist to give back to the dead people, and what it does to him, because obviously it's a very difficult job. I've always thought about it कि जो लोग ऐसे कफन का काम करते हैं, कफन पहनाते हैं, कुछ भी नहलाते हैं, वो कैसे करते हैं सब कुछ. And this book talks about that in great detail. The writing so far is it's a little it's good. It's good. I have not finished the book, so I won't say anything, but there are some scenes that are just so perfectly written that I forgot this is a translated work. It felt like it was originally written in English. So yeah, definitely check it out if you want to read a perspective of an artist on the topic of dead people. And just this is also like an additional point that I really liked was that this talks about Muslim rituals, and they kind of scare me because I grew up Muslim, and it's just I have this thing with Muslim rituals that I like. Kind of like if they talk about jinns, I get really scared. Like I cannot watch any movie like Dabe or any kind of movie where the Muslim references are there, or if someone starts reciting something from Quran, I'm out. I'm out. Not gonna not gonna watch it. Not for me. Not for me. So yeah, this is going to the pile of books that I'm gonna take back with me. So yeah. Then I have Walking. It's a very short book. I'm not going to read it in June. Maybe I'll read it back home. So, going to the pile of books that I'm taking with me. Then I found this new copy of The Carrying by Ada Limon. I read The Hurting Kind by her. Amazing book. I also have read miscellaneous poems by her online. I love her writing to death. And yeah, she's also one of my favorite poets. So yeah, I'm gonna read this probably on my flight or at the airport, because I like to carry books that are thin. This is thin, and also poems or short stories. They are a good travel read. I think if I'm reading a novel, I think I like to have all sort of books with me when I'm traveling, so that if I feel like, oh, I want to take maybe like read a poetry book, I'll pick this up. If I want to read a fiction book, I'll take like a slim fiction book with me, and I'll read that. So this is going back home with me. Then it lasts forever. It lasts forever, and then it's over. I have read this, so definitely this is my own copy. It's going with me. The Forester's Daughter. I have read this, reviewed it. So going back to the library. I am. This is finally the 2 books that I got from the public library. This was one of them, and I read this, so I'm gonna return it to the library. Then Mother Mary Comes to Me by Arundhati Roy. This is my own copy, and I have read it, so I'm gonna take it home with me. But it's very heavy, so we'll see if I take it with me or not. Then I started reading A Girl Is a Half-Formed Thing. I love Dakota Warren. She reviews books online, and she's a fan of this book. And I started reading it. It's very unique writing. So they are like segregated sentences, segmented sentences. Like they're not complete sentences. I don't know what's happening. Maybe like the child is writing this, or someone with like brain injury, or something is happening. I've not read it enough to make an opinion of it. So I'm gonna try reading it in June, but if I cannot, then yeah, I would have to return it. I'm gonna put it in the pile of books that are maybe reads. Then The Emperor of Gladness. I have read 75% of it. I'm gonna finish it in the upcoming days, and yeah, this is also going into the maybe read books. Okay, so maybe read already has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books. So I have a lot to do this month. Near the Wild Heart by Clarice Lispector. I read Agua Viva by her, and which is here. And yeah, I liked it in the beginning. It was a cool concept because it was very introspective, and She talks about what she thinks, like the protagonist talks about what she thinks about the world or her issues with the world and everything. But at some point, it got really repetitive and sort of too random, too vague for me. So yeah, I've read this. I'm gonna return this one. And this one, I think I will read this by her, the Art of the Star, and not this. I don't know why. Like I'm between these two. So I think I'm gonna keep both in the maybe read pile and then read a few pages from this, a few pages from this, and kind of form my opinion on which one do I want to read. Next, I have Nocturnes for the King of Naples, and I got this from the thrift store. The counter lady said she really liked the cover and she wanted to read it, so immediate validation again. And yeah, I think I will read it back home, probably not in June. So, gonna take it home with me. Which one is this? Oh yeah, Notes on Grief. I have read this, and I'm gonna return to the library. Amazing book, 5 out of 5. You should read it. Everyone should read it. Oh, I found Orbital, and I've seen this everywhere, and I'm gonna try reading it as well. Oh, okay. Phantoms of the Brain. So I'm actively like looking at labs that I want to apply to for my PhD, and I came across this professor's website which said he read this book and this made him this reassured him that he wanted to go for neuroscience. And I love the brain, I love the human brain, I love studying about it, reading about it. So yeah, I got this book to read, but I'm not sure. This is a library book. I think I might get my own copy of this because this looks very interesting. I have read maybe 2-3 pages of this, and that was very informative. I probably will return it for now and get my own copy of this. So returning to the library number 2. Next, The Orchard of Lost Souls, Nadifa Muhammad. I'm gonna take this home with me and read it there. Yeah. Next, I'm getting really tired, so I'm gonna give 1 to 2 lines now. You don't get an entire analysis anymore. I'm tired. Okay, The Beginning of Infinity by David Deutsch. I love his videos online where he talks about fourth dimension and parallel universes. So I wanted to read more by him. I read 2-3 chapters of this. They were very interesting takes on theories, and I think it didn't go into infinity right away. Kind of like makes you think about other theories out there, and then he disapproves them or gives his 2 cents on them and then moves on to the other ones. I would want to, but look at this. There's no way I'm gonna finish this. So this is also going back to library number 1. Next is The Cat Inside. I have read this. I reviewed it in my May reads. So yeah, it's an okay read, fun read. Then Morning Girl, I have read this, and this is my own copy, so I will probably take it with me. It's a very charming book. If you want to read something that has innocence and still like packs a lot of things in just 50-60 pages, go for it. It's a one sitting read. So yeah. Then A Leopard Skin Hat. This is also my own copy, and I've read this, so going home with me. Then I have Atavis. I think that's how I pronounce it. And it was a finalist for Pulitzer Prize, and I wanted to read it, but I started reading it. The first story was very, very vague, and I did not like it, so I'm going to return to the library. Thank you for everything you have given me. Patrick White. And this is my own copy. I have like a little cute bookmark. I'm going to take it home with me, probably read it. This is my fiction read for the flight. So yeah, I'm gonna keep it in the pile of books that I'm taking home. Then Aristotle and Dante discover the secrets of the universe. I'm gonna return it. This is library number 4. I've taken books from all over the city, and I'll need to run around and return them. I Never Promised You a Rose Garden, and I'm gonna return this as well because yeah, I couldn't read it. I think I might read it at some point, get my own copy and read it. Then yeah, oh my god, I have so many books to read. Okay. The Little Prince, read this, reviewed it, gonna take it home with me. Then I have Knife by Salman Rushdie and Satanic Verses by Salman Rushdie. I'm reading both of them right now and I'm really enjoying it. So I'm gonna continue doing that. Then I have the last book, which is Moonwalking with Einstein by Joshua Foer. And he talks about memory and how you can improve your memory. He goes into the methods used by memory experts, and yeah, because I'm interested in memory research, I wanted to read this and kind of get a philosophical take on it. More than philosophical take, he also gives you tips on how to improve your memory and how to stay healthy memory wise as you age. So I want to do that. I'm shit scared of dementia. I don't want to forget anything from my life, and I have a really good memory, and they say the people who have really good memory, they usually get dementia, Alzheimer's, or later in their age. Oh, I'm scared, guys. I'm scared. So these are all the books that I wanted to talk about. I have all the piles with me. Let me show you. Can I show you? Okay. It's gonna be okay. So I have all the piles with me here. This is my maybe read. This is the books that I'm going to take with me home. This one is library 1. This one is library 2. You can see all my fans. And then I have a bunch of books here that I'm going to return. So that was it. Hopefully you enjoyed me talking about, you enjoyed me, you enjoyed my discussions on the books that I have, and I'm going to sign out now. Bye bye.